So there's the difference. So night and day difference. And when you get to things like card check, which takes away the right to fair and free elections for organizing unions and businesses. Mark Schauer supported that as original co-sponsor of the bill, and I opposed it on the same committee, aggressively saying, wait a second, in America we believe in free and private fair elections, wherever it's at. Why would you allow thugs the potential of intimidating employees to sign on a dotted line saying that they want to be organized when in fact they may not want to be? What is that all about? So the sheer stark contrast between Mark and myself, I long for August 3rd to be over with and to move on into the general election to say, America, more importantly, 7th District voters, here are the issues. You have a clear decision process this time. They'll throw a lot of perception against me. They'll try to make me sound like I'm against my mother, my sister, who I don't have, but that doesn't bother what they put out. At least my twin brother I'm against. My grandkids, and certainly any senior citizen. Well, that's hard to point because, frankly, Art thinks I'm a senior citizen. They keep mailing me. And I can tell you that I've achieved one goal in life. I will never die as a young man. And that's a good thing. So the battle will be joined. What happens in the primary? Well, we got to get through it. I can't complain about a primary too much since I ran the primary to get this seat back in 2006. And I ran against one who had a significant voting record different than mine. I've got two guys running against me right now who are trying to sound exactly like Tim Walberg, except Walberg's an old guy. Well, Walberg's been there, so get him out. Forgetting the fact that I've established my proven conservative record. The fact that the Democrats spent more independent expenditures to defeat me than any other candidate in the United States last year. And we still almost beat him. Barack Obama beat John McCain in this district by 6 points. Mark Schauer did 4 points less than that, beating me by 2 points. The only one other candidate in the nation that, while losing, still did better than the top of the table. And we're both running. Steve Shabbat down in Cincinnati, class of '94, who stayed true to the contract. Lost by 3 points last time, and I lost by 2 points here. We're coming back at it. I think people are saying we're coming to the polls this time. So right now, same recent poll that I told you about, me leading Mark Schauer by 10, and generic Republican by leading by 6. I'm leading all of my primary opponents by at least 40. And the closest primary opponent is losing to Mark Schauer by 8 points at this point, and losing to the generic Republican by 10 points. Now that will change. That will narrow a bit in the next 5 weeks. As he spends what we understand the last 2 weeks is going to be unbelievable much I expended to try to get his name out and try to show that he should be the one elected. Well, I'm going to but you can't buy this. But you have to earn this with a proven record and commitment to your citizens. As I said, we've lived here for 32 years. When I was in Washington, somebody heard that I lived in my office. Probably many of you thought that can't be true. Well, I lived in my office. And my wife, when she visited me and stayed for like 1 week a month, she would come. She lived there too. She's Dutch. She's cheaper than me. She's more efficient than me. But not only was it efficient, it was efficient both cost-wise, in that it didn't cost me anything to put my sleeping bag on top of the air mattress every night, go to sleep. I had a bathroom with a toilet and a sink in there, and then I could go down to the gym every morning and work out. So I'm probably the healthiest job I've ever been in. And stand in front of Rahm Emanuel on a few occasions in the shower. I didn't poke my finger in his temp chapter, I promise you that. But we did have conversations that way. That was the only way I could get him to stop long enough to talk to me because he couldn't get away from me. But beyond that, more than anything else, it reminded me every day and every night that my home was not in Washington. It was back here in the 7th District.